Good morning and welcome to this week's Ghetto vlog. I'm in the city of Derby. Now there's not many people that can bring me to Derby, and there's even fewer people that can bring me to Derby on a Saturday. But here is one such person.
Hello!
Far too bright and happy. This time in the morning. I think we need to coffee, right?
Mate, we definitely need a coffee, so we're going to hit up Cafe Nero. It's actually your choice.
Yeah, I'm a Nero guy.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid Costas, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to get some caffeine and then...
that?
Oh, you know you're in Derby when you're dodging. I'm not even going to tell you what it was. You can use your imagination. Right, yeah. Quick bit of caffeine and then we're going to do some game hunting. There's a brand new Forbidden Planet that we've just seen as well. So we'll go and check that out. Yeah, man, let's go. Right, caffeine consumed. You say you've got something for me.
I've got a few things for you.
Oh, I feel bad now. You know when someone does this is like when Mrs. RG says to me at Christmas, don't buy each other gifts, and then she pulls out a Gucci box.
This is the basics, this is the crap stuff. So this is from Germany.
Wow. Oh, hello.
Starsy bits.
Yes. You know how much I love All Stars, right?
This is a bit broken, but it's original kind of...
Oh, I love this stuff.
Paraphernalia.
We'll look at this closer detail when I get back, but I've got an All Stars shrine. I love All Stars.
It's got just old, it's just old stuff.
So good, so good. Right.
So that's cool. So obviously you're going for full Super Nintendo collection.
Yeah.
And this is bittersweet because I'm giving you this and I don't own the double of this.
No way.
So
You've given me your copy of... Ah. You've turned the milk sour.
this is interesting because
Yes.
this
We've got history with this, haven't we?
commemorates our first collab.
You know what? As much as I want to joke on camera, I can't pretend. I'm very happy. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's time to hit up the usual trio. Actually, I was going to say the usual trio of game shops. You think I'm getting run over?
Yeah, I don't want you to get this.
I'm all right, man. I was going to say the usual trio of game shops, but there's a Forbidden Planet right there.
Yes.
Forbidden Planet for me, I don't know about you, it's not what it used to be. I treat Forbidden Planet as an exercise of, is there anything cool that I can look at online, see if it's cheaper?
Right. It's an experiment, and with this one being new, I think it would be a no-brainer not like to hit it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, it's brand new, you might as well take a look. So we'll go there and then we'll hit up, I was going to say the 3 retro game shops. I don't know if we're allowed in CEX. Have you ever said anything bad about this CEX?
No, I've never been in it. Mate, it's the worst in the country. End of.
We'll have to go incognito, put a disguise on or something. But anyway, let's go and check out Forbidden Planet. I am impressed with the shelving and the lights.
Yeah.
Like, these lights look cool, don't they? Like, if this wasn't Funkos and this was like Nintendo cardboard, this would be like a great display. It does give me food for thought though, because these lights are really good, aren't they?
They are lovely. But I'm intrigued with these. You clocked these in my game room. You said you didn't know they did miniature ones.
Yeah, yeah. Have you got them all?
I've got 2.
Oh, thought you was a collector. Thought you was a
I'm not
collector. No pressure. Bitty Pops, that's what they are. This music though. Sub-Zero? That's not the Sub-Zero I know.
No, it's his son.
All right.
Yeah, it's his son.
Sun Zero.
Yeah.
Well, Forbidden Planet was an experience, but we're now from one planet to a world. This should be a bit better. don't think I own this.
Get it.
I'm sure I haven't got it. I was saying these are like, I pride myself on knowing what I've got, but you know when it comes to white spine sports games, NBA 95, 96, NHL, NFL, this is where I get a little bit hazy, but I don't think I've got this. I had one, and I sold it. I'd obviously regret it, but
That is incredible.
That might be for sale in future, but not yet.
Okay.
That was Retro World. I think I've left with 2 more Super Nintendo games for the full set, so I'm a happy boy. What's the next stop?
We are going to hit Mobile Game Exchange. Wait.
What's that?
What one?
Cube. I'll let you have the cube.
I love you.
It's alright, there you go.
Look at that! Look at that!
You look at, they sent me 2 deliveries. So I got that one like a week later after this launch, so I don't need it. It's
So what do I get, mate?
you get a kiss if you want.
I think it's time to go.
The Mario Edition 3DS.
Yeah.
He sent it to Nintendo
Right.
to
this the
repair
refurb
because it
box?
didn't turn on.
Yeah.
They sent him an email which went to his spam folder saying they couldn't repair it, so they'd offer him a replacement. They sent him this out because he missed it.
Wait, is that a brand new one?
It's a brand new 3DS.
That was sent when?
From,
2024.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
look,
he had it last
look,
year. He's also got
nice
the
colour
Toad
as well.
edition, the Zelda edition, and another one that they sent him as an apology.
I just want this box.
Well, I want it first. Yeah.
Hang on, you've already had some free cardboard. I'll have this instead of the kiss. So we've come out to what is blazing hot sunshine, I think. I was once again impressed. I left with, as you guys would have seen, another Player's Choice GameCube game for my collection. But I bought a very nice piece of Nintendo cardboard that, I've been actively looking for. So that's always a bonus. I will show you that when we get back to the 3.0. But now it's time for our favourite.
CEX, mate.
Derby CEX. We've both said very nice things about this previously. I'm not sure how welcome we're going to be, but got to go and have a look, right? I always like looking in this section because I feel like you're getting a quick sneak peek, right? So this is the stuff that's just been traded in, that's not been put out properly yet. Unless in Derby CX, this is how they display stuff. Could be.
It's beautiful.
Anything catching your eye?
Nothing at all, mate. Absolutely no. It's all shelf filler, no killer.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It's unsurprising to see a massive queue in Derby CX. And
Usually you can get straight in, pick your products and get out.
I think I've seen enough. And back in the 3.0 after what turned out to be a very successful game hunt. I'm going to try and keep this brief because we're in the midst of a heat wave here in the UK, and just being in here without the fan on right now is a challenge in itself. So we're going to try and get through this. We're going to start with what you guys saw at Cafe Nero. I want to give a massive shout out to Gemma, not only for what was a great little day out,
but also for the generous gifts. I believe at the time of watching this, Gemma's video will have already gone out on our day, so make sure you go and head over there, take a look at the day through her lens. I did give her a gift as well. I'm glad I took something for her, but it was nowhere near the level of gift that she gave me. So I feel very inferior in terms of gift giving. But again, I just want to give her a massive thank you because she gave me this bits of solicitation. She went to that fantastic shop in Germany. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that. I'd love to go myself one day. Just a shop that we never really get here in the UK, just full of like fantastic promotional pieces and standees and kiosks, and yeah, it's brilliant. I'll try and remember to leave a link below to that. But you guys know my admiration for the All-Stars game. Not only do I love All-Stars, not only is that the game which birthed everything, this channel, my collecting, my lifelong love affair with video games all came from that yellow Mario All-Stars box that I got one Christmas, I think I was about 7. But, like I say, it was also Christmas. And this being All-Stars and Christmas themed, just perfect for me. So yeah, thank you very much. And of course, the much maligned Manchester United soccer game on the Super Nintendo. So this has been a bit of a long running joke on the channel, right? I had the idea of getting this last. This was going to be my last game to complete the set. And to be honest, I don't even know if I needed Manchester United Championship Soccer, because I've got Lothar Matthäus Soccer, which is basically the German equivalent of this game. So I guess it depends on where you stand in terms of what is or what isn't part of the full Super Nintendo set. But I was always going to add it to my collection. And to be honest, I'm really happy it worked out this way, because it's definitely a memorable piece for many reasons. Because this is, I think Gemma alluded to it on the video there, from our first ever collaboration at Super Game Shack. She picked this up and we had like a whole bit about it, and I pretty much stormed off when I saw it. So to now have that copy and all the memories attached to that, so not only the memories from that day, but this day, and that's what, you know, it's all about, right? Putting memories on the shelf. So once again, massive shout out to Gemma, because as a collector and as a Super Nintendo lover, I know how difficult it is to give games that you don't already have a duplicate of. So that's not lost on me, and it's much appreciated, Gemma. Thank you very much for that one. Moving on, before I melt, we went to Retro World, and I was not expecting to find 2 Super Nintendo games that I needed. I don't know, Gemma asked me, or we bumped into a chap outside that we took pictures with, and he asked me what I was looking for today, and I always give the same answer. I'm not really looking for anything, but on the off chance I can find a Super Nintendo game I don't own, brilliant. The fact that I found 2 in there was doubly brilliant. So the first one I picked up was Tecmo Super Bowl NBA Basketball. This one's a sculptured software developed sports simulator, and it's interestingly one of the last games to feature Michael Jordan before his retirement. Michael Jordan famously wasn't in like NBA Jam. He didn't give his rights, his licensing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he was attached to other games and things like that at the time. There is a Michael Jordan Chaos in Windy City game. Maybe it was just too expensive to get the rights to Michael Jordan. But like I say, he is in this one. And not only this white boxed basketball game, this was one that I was like, I'd probably say 80% sure I didn't own, but I was stood in Retro World frantically trying to go through old video game room tours, scrolling through to try and find my white Super Nintendo section, which you just can't see there. I couldn't quite see it, but I grabbed it anyway, and it turns out I don't own it, which is great. But that is NBA Live 95. So yeah, to pick up 2 games, I mean, let's be honest, they're not like the most desirable of games to non-full set collectors, right? I don't think I'm going to be in a rush to go and play these basketball games, but for me to come home with 3 Super Nintendo games for the collection is, yeah, it doesn't happen very often these days at all, and we are now 3 steps closer to the full set. And the good people at Retro World gave me both of those for 40 quid, so £20 each, both in nice condition. I will take that. So from there, the last stop, and where I got my best pickup from, was MGX, so Mobile Game Exchange. Now again, you guys will have seen I did pick up a player's choice, so I picked up Enter the Matrix on the GameCube. This one's a 2003 action-adventure game developed by Shiny Entertainment, and it's a first game actually based on the Matrix series of movies. I think this one's based on Matrix Reloaded. And it features something like over an hour of original footage, and it was written and directed by, I think, is it the Wachowski brothers? I'm not sure about if that's the correct way to pronounce it, but I think the directors from the film. So it's good that they were involved. Also the original cast and voiced actors. You don't actually play as Neo though, interestingly, in this one. You play as Ghost and, is it Niobe? The character that was played by Jada Pinkett Smith. So it just puts like a slightly different spin on it. But yeah, this was £5, and you guys know I'm going for the full set of Players' Choice GameCube games, and we're picking these up at quite a frenetic pace, to be honest. So yeah, always nice to be out and about finding games. And I was talking to Jim about it in there that this is the thing of full set subset collecting. I can go into a shop now and find a game that nobody else really wants for £5 and be very happy to find a game for £5. And those days are seemingly a long time ago, because obviously I've been collecting video games a long time, and most games that cost £5 I owned many years ago. So yeah, it's always great to have that ability to walk into shops, find games for a cheap price that you really want to pick up, and yeah, that's a great example of that. And then we move on to what was by far, I'd say, my favourite pickup of the day. So at Mobile Game Exchange for some time now, I've had one of the best Game Boy selections that I've seen in a video game shop. You don't get box Game Boy very often at all these days. It's just very hard to come by. I've said many times before, it's probably the hardest set to complete or collect for. Box Game Boy, yeah, very, very difficult. But not only did I pick up a box Game Boy game, I'm just taking it out of its protector now, I picked up a Game Boy game that I've been actively pursuing. And that's because I already have the sequel to this, so obviously I needed the original. And that is R-Type. This, of course, is the IREM-produced horizontal scrolling shmup classic, and yeah, I've not played either of them on the Game Boy, so maybe post-credit gameplay will take a look at how these shmups play on a Game Boy via the Super Game Boy converter. I only ever play via the Super Game Boy converter. I actually sold that Game Boy that I found. If you watch Wednesday's video, you will know. And if you haven't watched Wednesday's video, check it out, because yeah, I'm still excited about that pickup. But anyway, yeah, always a good day when you can add Nintendo cardboard, let alone 4 pieces of Nintendo cardboard. Like, no matter where my collecting goes, no matter what subsets I collect, no matter what gets released in modern times, nothing quite scratches the itch that Nintendo cardboard does, right? I don't know, something special about it, and I definitely think my Game Boy collecting is going to ramp up. Whilst I don't necessarily play the games that much, it is definitely a collecting thing. There's something about these boxes, the way they display, the artwork, there's something magical about it. I can't really put it into words exactly why, but I don't know, there's just something very, very special about it, and yeah, always a good day when I can add more to the set. So I think what we're going to do now is get back to sorting this room out. I really want to get this room done on this vlog. I've been saying that for probably months, not weeks, but with just that back section left to do, I think it's definitely realistic, as long as I don't melt in here under the extreme heat. But what we're going to do firstly is get all this Nintendo cardboard put on the shelves, because we started doing that last week, right? We got the colour coordinated Super Nintendo games done. So yeah, we're going to get this Nintendo cardboard put in situ first, before we then tackle the PS3 area that's currently just, yeah, needs a lot of work.
That's Super Nintendo done, and while it's time consuming, very easy. Just a case of putting the 3 white spine games in, and then subsequently moving every other game on the row down by 3 spaces. Game Boy is going to be a bit of a different issue. So here's my 2 latest cardboard Game Boy editions. The reason I say that is because I'm really happy with how the Game Boy games are currently displayed, and I think even though I have an either number, 2 games here, I can easily put in 1 more here, 1 more there. I just feel like we're going to get to that point eventually where we're covering too much of the artwork. Before long, all you're going to see is the Game Boy banner. And I think we're sort of at the cusp now with this, that I wouldn't really want to lose any more artwork. So I'm trying to find solutions. There isn't really any more sections unless I move this. I want to start off by saying I love how this looks. It's one of my favourite displays in this room. But I want to grow my Game Boy set quite a lot. It's something that I'm focusing on. Love collecting for it, as we've already discussed. And I want to keep it all together. So I don't, for example, want to have all these Game Boy games here and then find an available shelf down here, for example, and have more Game Boy. I want all my Game Boy games together. So one of the solutions that I'm thinking about doing, and the reason for the sharp intake of breath, again, is because of how much I like the current display. But I'm thinking about taking all the cartridges out of the boxes. Not that I play them that much anyway, but so I do have the availability. And then getting like those sticky strips you can get. And basically sticking all the Game Boy boxes to the ceiling. So they'll be on the other side of the LED strips. So theoretically, I could run Game Boy games from there all the way down to the other side of the room. I think that would look good. It's a nice way of displaying the Game Boy artwork. Like I say, the only thing I'm tentative about is destroying this display here, just simply because of how good it looks. But yeah, I'm going to give it a bit more thought before we make any commitments. Another option would be this. So this blank canvas, if you like, that I've got here, I've been thinking about what I could do with this for some time. There's part of me that would love to have like DVD storage, but I'd like it to be the sort of DVD storage that sort of would lay the games on the side as opposed to standing upright. Like in theory, I'd love to have like my whole Wii U collection, for example, stacked up here, but obviously I don't just want to stack them up because you won't be able to get them out and you'll knock them over, etc, etc. But in a similar vein to what we spoke about running around the perimeter of the room, I could stick Game Boy games on here, and it's pretty much the perfect, what it is, it's the perfect size of width to get this on. So I could get 15 rows, totaling 30 games on here. Now I have no doubt that it would look good in doing that. The issue is, I think with these two, I've already got 25 Game Boy games, so we're not going to be very future-proofed if this only holds 30. So yeah, it's one of them where I'm trying to future-proof myself, really. So after a cup of Yorkshire and a bit of thinking time, I've decided to leave it for now on the basis that it's really about time we tackled the PS3 area. Also, theoretically, there is potential in running a row this side. So if we can do it perfectly equidistant, we could theoretically have Game Boy games wrapping right around there, and then even having a full row across both of these billies. That might be nice as well, almost like a tunnel of which you're going through, and I might sort of lend that to other collections as well as we progress with this. But yeah, let's be honest, this has been a long time in the making, so let's get this area clear so we can finally start work on these billies. Okay, so I finally have everything cleared of this section that isn't PlayStation 3. We're going to turn our attention back to the PlayStation 3 in a moment, but remember when I keep saying I've got one hell of a montage to come? I mean, it'll be an hour-long montage. There's so much cool stuff. This is all stuff that I've picked up over the last, I don't know, a couple of months maybe. It's just nice to see it all again, because a lot of this stuff's been buried 2-3 games deep. I'm not going to say I forgot about some of this stuff, but let's just say it's nice to get reacquainted with some of these fantastic pickups that we've added. So it has been kind of nice to just get things back out again, appreciate them, and remember that there's a few games in here that I really want to play and test out. GameCube games, not to mention all the Player's Choice games which are hidden away. Definitely need to find a home for that. Even cool PS2 stuff. Shout out to James for lending me this. I don't collect PS5, but that is a game that I want to play, so who knows, maybe that'll be coming to a post-credit gameplay soon. Seems a long time ago I was wearing my happy birthday hat now, right? Wii U. This, I don't even know where I got this from, I can't remember, but this is sealed. That's the only reason why I grabbed this. So I'll switch that out for my standard copy of Dimensions. And yeah, just a load of random stuff. Nice accessories we've picked up. Figures that we've attached recently. That, yeah, again, all this needs a home, but not to mention that. Oh dear. I mean, it's the life of a game collector, right? Whenever you think you're getting somewhere you remember there's a lot more jobs to do. But hey, that's what keeps us going. It's always never a dull moment here in the 3.0. There's always jobs to be doing. And to be honest, I love it. I love the jobs. I've said many times before, one of my favourite things to do is put a YouTube channel on, a game room tour or something inspiring, and just potter about and get stuff put away. I absolutely love it. But it's time, as I say, we turn our attention to PlayStation 3. Well, would you look at that? I don't know how many weeks or months later from these games room changes, but we've finally got some PlayStation 3 games on. So this is the old school red bannered PS3 games. They're nice, they can just go up the top there. That is as much as my creativity is allowing me to get to right now. I'm a little bit stumped as to what to go to next. I like to break things up, so similar to this side, I like to have a row of complete games and then like some toys and then more games and then break it up, and then I just think it looks better that way. So yeah, it's nice to have some stuff on, but I don't just want to now put on all the standard PS3 games and just have like 3 or 4 rows of solid games and that's it. I want to break it up with nice stuff. There's loads of toys and knickknacks and stuff over here. Obviously we've got steelbooks, big box, sleeve covers, all that kind of stuff. Now the beauty of these things here is how fantastic they look, right? Love these collector's editions. This press pack, this God of War Ultimate Trilogy edition, they look great. But the issue is displaying them because they're all different sizes. It makes it very difficult because I like to have my shelves nice and tight. I think that's how it looks the best. Get everything compact, everything has a place, everything's uniform. That's very difficult to achieve when you've got all different size, shaped collector's editions and statues. And what's this lurking here? The Metal Gear Solid 4 one. Again, lovely piece. Needs to be displayed, but it's finding that balance. So yeah, I'm going to play around with this for a bit. I'm not sure I'll record it because I'm going to put my fan on the maximum setting, and I shall get back in touch with you guys once I've made a bit of progress. Good morning, and as you can all see, it's a new day. So yeah, yesterday I was really busy, had lots of like off-camera stuff to do, but that doesn't mean I wasn't hard at work in here. Due to the extreme heat yesterday, thankfully it's a lot cooler today, I was working in here, but I worked very late, so to the early hours of the morning on the PS3 area. I was working so late, in fact, that by the time I left, I had a little visitor. I was reading up, and apparently hedgehogs are good luck, so hopefully it brings me good luck today. But as I say, I was in here, I did put a few hours into the display, so let's go and take a look. Right, so here is where we're at. So I think I showed you guys that we'd got these in, and then the bigger box stuff just fit in absolutely perfectly. So I started off by putting the Lego in, hence why these aren't in alphabetical order, but I will sort of probably fix that. In the gaps, I've just started putting some of my God of War 3 figures. I always felt like they were a little bit lost down here. It's such a great toy line. These aren't set in stone. At the moment, they're just plugging in some of the gaps just so I can get a sense of how it feels. I feel like the Pulp Fiction minis have gone in perfectly. Anyone that plays around with Billies will know you do get left with quite strange gaps in terms of like shelf width or depth or height or whatever you want to call it sometimes. So these kind of minis just, yeah, they plug the gaps perfectly. Then we make a start on the standard PS3 games, and this is the awkward shelf I was talking about yesterday. So with the bigger, strange collector's editions and stuff, it's never going to be uniform. You're always going to have a little bit of a gap, but I think on the whole it looks pretty good. I might play around with it a little bit more, try and put a bit more height on this side. But yeah, just nice to have everything in that I want. And then we make our way down to more PlayStation 3 games, and again I might put some more of those figures in here to fill that. Now it might not look like loads has been done, but trust me, there's a lot of trial and error involved even with just this, but as I say, thankfully it's a lot cooler today. It's early, there's no reason why we can't get all of this stuff done, locked in, filled up, because we've still got a lot more to implement and maybe even make a start on getting some of this put away. But yeah, one job at a time. Retro Ghetto. So I'm in Stoke. Now I know. I said I was going to finish the PS3 wall, but I had to come out and film for another video. And whilst I'm here, I might as well go and check out the CEX, right? So let's quickly go CEX, and then we'll go back and finish the PS3 wall. And that's why you've always got to pop into the CEX where you are, because I think I might have just had my best CX find for quite a long time.
Okay, so I've been back in the chaos that is the 3.0 for a couple of hours now. I've been hard at work on the PS3 area again. I'm going to show you the progress, because I have actually made quite a bit of progress since this morning. But before that, let's get into the CEX haul, and my best CX haul for a long time. The CX gods were shining upon me today. It's been a while, I must say. And we're going to start with a different CX to the one that you just saw. So you saw me at Stoke, so the Hanley branch. But not too far away from there is Newcastle under Lyme. And this, in my opinion, is a much better CX than the Stoke CX. Great shop. I've been there twice. Both times I've had positive experiences. Great staff. Yeah. Definitely recommend the Newcastle under Lyme CX store. That was sort of heightened by this find. So we're kicking it off with a great find. And that is on the Nintendo Switch, Okinawa Rush. This one's a Sakaiken developed 2021 2D action platformer beat 'em up. Very much in my favourite genre of modern retro. You take on the role of martial arts heroes Hiro, Mylin and Shin as they face off in a desperate fight for their lives against the Black Mantis crew. This one can also be played as 2-player couch co-op. Now, the reason I was so happy to find this one is this is the limited edition pixel art version. So I think you could only get this game by pixel art. Now, I love ninjas, I love modern retro, put them together, it was a no-brainer. I've actually had this in my pixel art basket on numerous occasions, and I've never quite pulled the trigger because, from memory, this game's like €45 on pixel art. Now, they quite regularly have sales, so whenever there's a sale on, I always look at this game. But postage is expensive. I think they're French based. It's like another 18, 19 euros for postage. So at full price, it makes this the best part of 70 euros. Now, CEX don't differentiate this limited edition big box version from the standard one. So this cost me just £20. So I saw it behind the counter because at the Newcastle under Lyme branch, all of the good stuff and the retro is behind the counter, sadly. One of the only drawbacks I would say of the store, but sometimes that's just local area dependent. If things go walkies, then you know they're going to put stuff behind the counter. But let's take a look at what you get in, obviously, with this fantastic piece of cardboard. So this is numbered as well. There's only 2,000 of these ever made. This is number 1268 of 2,000. You get a certificate of authenticity. Not that I don't think anyone's out there making imitations of this. The game itself is still sealed, but look at the artwork. So good. So good. I can't wait to play this. This might be post-credit gameplay. And look at this. This might be the best of all. Look at this steelbook it comes with. How cool is that artwork? Absolutely love that. And you've even got a nice bit of like cel-shaded artwork on the inside. So what a fantastic start. And like all good steelbooks, it's got the name of the game on the spine, should you wish to display it that way. But obviously for me, it'll be going back in this fantastic piece of cardboard. Now, £20? Brilliant, brilliant. But that is not the best find of the day. But yeah, very happy with that. So then we get to Stoke. Now, I've been to Stoke 2 or 3 times, I think now, hunting CEX, and I've never had the best experience with the stall and the staff. It's not as bad as Derby, but it does seem to be one of them where there's always queues and never a lot of people seemingly trying to help the people in there, shall we say. But all is forgiven, Stoke CEX, for today's finds. So I picked up 3 pieces of cardboard. The last one is, yeah, we'll get to that last, of course. So the first one that I picked up on the Xbox One is the South Park Fractured But Whole. This one's a 2017 Ubisoft developed adult themed RPG, and it's the sequel to 2014's Stick of Truth. Now, I've heard nothing but good things about these games, and it's just one of those series of games that I've been wanting to play. It's been on my backlog for a long time, and I definitely will get around to it. But seeing it in the cardboard sleeve gave me the impetus to make today the day where I pick it up. So, yeah, now, this version, the deluxe edition, comes with not only additional downloadable content, so you get like exclusive costumes and artifacts. It does have in here as well postcards. Now you guys know how much I love a postcard. But even more impressively than all of that, I think it comes with the original game as well. So you actually get 2 games on here. Now, this is used, so I'm not going to assume that the downloadable code is even in here, let alone been redeemed. But like I say, a game I wanted anyway, and to pick it up in this nice condition bit of cardboard for just £4, it was definitely the right time to pull the trigger. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the Fractured But Whole. Is this better than the original South Park RPG game? And do I need to play that one before I play this one? That's the question that I really need help with, because like I said, this is definitely something I want to jump into. I hear so many good things about it. But yeah, like I say, nice condition piece of cardboard just sat on the shelves. And speaking of nice condition Xbox One cardboard sat on the shelves at Stoke CEX, my next find was Yakuza Like a Dragon. This one's a 2020 release, and it's the 8th mainline installment in the Yakuza series, and it's the first one developed as a turn-based RPG. This is a steelbook that I've been seeing a lot on the shelves. This was very plentiful ever since the game came out, but I've always been waiting for it to be the right price. Now, at just £6 and in, I don't want to use the M word, but let's just say exceptional condition, this was the right time and the right price. Now, in my mind, I'd always kind of hoped that I would find this beautiful steelbook with the sleeve cover in good condition on the PlayStation 4. So when I first picked this up today in Stoke CEX, I was a little bit tentative. I did think to myself, right, maybe I'll put it back for somebody else. Maybe I'll wait for the PlayStation 4 version. But then when I checked, PlayStation 4 version of this game is £18. I don't care enough to pay the additional £12, right? So more than happy to have picked up this version today. Yeah, £6. So like I say, for those 2 games now, you've seen £10 combined. No brainer. And now we get to what was undoubtedly the find of the day, the week, the month, might be my CX find of the year. This is an interesting one. So this is something that I used to see semi-regularly in CEX, and I think I own it. Or I did own it. Hang on. Let me just double check something. Right, okay, so I own the game on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, but I own the game in this edition partially on the PS4. Right, I remember now. So, recently on the Discord, someone was talking about this, and I saw the price. I think someone shared a Vinted link or something, and I was blown away by the price. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how much? And everyone was saying, yeah, that's how much it's going for now, and people like really want to add it to my collection, and I was kind of had that FOMO. So I'm sitting here thinking, I've got this game partially, but not the complete edition of it. And I used to see it all the time in CEX for like £18 or something. Anyway, we'll get to all the pricing and everything in a minute, but that is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, Rockstar's legendary 2018 action-adventure classic. This game won over 175 Game of the Year awards, and I've got to say, worth every single one of them. One of my favourite games of all time, as I'm sure it is many of you guys watching. I really enjoyed the first game. I had to like power through the first game in like 2 days from memory, 2 or 3 days. Because I remember when this came out and I was getting hyped for it, but I remember thinking, I've not played the first one. So I literally sat in my room, smashed through the first one in like 2 or 3 days so I could then go and buy this one and then played this for weeks, and it was well worth it. It was just a fantastic time, great memories of me, great gaming memories. But anyway, yes, so this is something I used to see a lot in CEX, and if you don't know, this is the Ultimate Edition. So it comes in this really nice cardboard cover, again in really nice condition, again just sat on the shelves at CEX, right front and centre, I must have got lucky that it was me that walked in. So with this, you get a really nice big map, and you get this lovely steelbook. Now, it's the steelbook that I already own on the PlayStation 4. So I can always move the steelbook on. So, this is where it gets interesting. So as you can see, this has now gone down to just £15. So the copy of the game, the standard price is £15. And to my astonishment, this is currently selling on eBay for sort of around £60-70. Now, if you look at eBay, there are the odd ones that people have picked up for like 35-40 because it's just been a buy it now price. But any that have been bids, and even some of like the buy it nows in the higher range, are ridiculous. So examples of sold listing prices, there's 50, there's 65, there's a £70, there's a 63, there's even a £75 sold listing on eBay. I don't know when this happened. I'm assuming there's a lot of steelbook collectors out there that all of us start clamouring for this game. But this used to be something that you would see a lot in CEXs. I've passed up on this so many times thinking, well, I've already got the steelbook. I'll pick it up another day. And like I say, I got hit with FOMO recently when it was being discussed on the Discord. But yeah, to pick up what is looking like a £70 edition of the game now for £15, finds like that don't come around very often. And for me to have found 4 fantastic pieces of cardboard, all that I think were exceptional value, in one day between 2 CEXs is what CEX hunting's all about. These are the days that give you that impetus to make sure you're always going to CEXs, because we've all been CEX, looked around and thought, you know, CEX innit. Prices are increasing, more and more collector's editions are getting put up in price, they're differentiating from the standard releases, but this is what CEX hunting's all about, finding different editions of things, steelbooks, cardboard sleeve covers that haven't gone up in value, and to find 4 in one day, yeah, honestly, it's my best CEX hunt in a long, long time. But aside from all that, let's finally turn our attention back to the PlayStation 3 area. Alright then. So I now have everything in place. I can't remember exactly where we got to and what I showed you previously. I think it was this kind of section, right? But we now have all of the PlayStation 3 games, collector's edition, statues and everything in. So that's the first goal that I wanted to achieve today. We added this here. So previously this was the other way, but it does look pretty cool on its side. It just takes up a lot of space. It slightly protrudes, but I think having it against the wall, it's absolutely fine and it fills that gap nicely. This is the only curveball potentially. I've put my bigger box, strictly limited shmup shooters. That's a mouthful. I've put my strictly limited big box Switch shmups in here, simply because they fit well. They were down there before, which wasn't really a Switch area anyway, so this might not necessarily be a Switch area either. However, this is the dreaded middle shelf. You can't move this for structural support, so you kind of have this big thing you've got to deal with. So yes, they fit in there nicely. I'm happy enough with that. Steelbooks, the controller, the sleeve covers with room to grow. I've also put Ryu and Sagat down here. Now, they previously were up there. They could go back up there. I just wanted to fill that. And then right at the bottom down here, we've got the fantastic Ascension PS3 console. So that leaves this area here. Now, I'm so excited for this. You can probably hear the smile on my voice. This has been a long, long time in the coming. People asking me all the time when this project's going to happen. We finally have settled on a space with which to do it. So before I talk to you about it, I'm going to make a start, and then, yeah, it's easier for me to show you from there. Right, okay, so this is obviously only very basic. I've literally just thrown a couple of pieces on so you can get the idea. But yes, it's finally time. I finally found the perfect space to build the Lego diorama, the battle scene. This is very, very much early stages, right? Just to give you a rough idea. So we almost fit 3 base plates on. We're literally one shy.
cover your ears, Lego collectors out there. I'm probably going to have to cut this. I'll cut one row down so I can fit these on, and I'll super glue these into place, and then everything else will be built on top of those. I want to give a massive shout out to people like Katie Bricks and Gaming that sent me some of these fantastic pieces, and I've got loads of great bits to use. When I first mentioned this project, all those months, if not a year ago, my creative juices are flowing. I want to get some like lights under here, like those IKEA ones, so I've got a nice place to sit and just spend hours getting creative. I want to be in here with RG Junior. I want to be able to both sit here. I want to create streams. I want to have different levels. I don't just want a flat base. I want to have like mountainous areas that sort of come down, potentially have like a little river. I want to have maybe some greener areas and also some more buildings, rocky areas, people fighting, battles going on, people losing their heads, people coming from the ceiling. As you can hear, my creative juices are absolutely flowing. And it's just something I'm very excited about. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I think I've now found the perfect spot, the perfect situ to sit here. It's the right height. I can put my stool here and I can get creative, and yeah, myself and RG Junior can sort of share this experience together, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And this is what this whole new area's brought, right? Not only have we been able to fill this side, excuse the ring light, with Xbox 360, Xbox One, the Lego figures themselves, but we can now see the full benefit, right? We've got all PS3 looking better than ever. We've got space for the Lego, and there's loads of space for growth here and here. And by moving these, I've got all the space to grow into here for PlayStation 4, which, as you can see, we're going to need, because I'm really enjoying PS4 collecting. So yeah, we've still got a long way to go. We've still got a bit more to do over here, and we've still got all this stuff to put away, which should be on next week's vlog. I think, fingers crossed, we're at a point where at the end of next week, if I can get all this stuff put away, get the room cleared up, it needs it, tidied up, we can pretty much sit back and say, right, the room's looking better than ever, everything's clean, everything's in its place, and then it's just a case of, progressing with projects such as this one. And what better way to end this week's Ghetto vlog? A week which has seen us catch up with old friends, make some new ones, and add some brilliant additions to the collection. Keep it locked to the channel, because on Wednesday you're going to find out why I was in the Stoke area. And if you think those pickups were good, you wait till you see what else I came home with. I don't know where I'm putting it all, but yeah, keep it locked for that. If you want to help support myself and the channel even more so, there is of course the link below to the Ghetto Gang. Get involved with the fantastic community of people over on the Ghetto Gang Discord. And yeah, just once again, as always, thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Keep it locked for post-credit gameplay. I'm very excited for this week's post-credit gameplay. Yeah, should be a good one. But as always, play your games, keep it retro. Take care.
Was Yakuza Like a Dragon. Ow. Dropped it on my foot. Oh dear me, it's one for the outro screen.
Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staple Settle. Lock into the retro ghetto.
That music is a banger! What a start to Okinawa Rush. I think I'm picking a profile picture. Okay. What a banger! Woo! Right, we should probably get on with this. Arcade mode or story mode?
Story mode.
It should be story mode, shouldn't it? I feel like we're gonna have to skip a lot of cutscenes, but start. Oh, okay. What is going on? Why am I in training? Prologue. Do I want training or do I want prologue? Oh, it's like that horse game from last week all over again. I just want to play the game. Right, let's go back. This music! I can't even concentrate. It might be a post-credit gameplay first if I knock the camera down. Right, let's go arcade mode because I don't want to be doing any of that. Oh, vibes! This music is going to be coming to a CEX game hunt near you soon. Right, arcade mode. Let's just go for it. Hopefully we can just dive straight in now. Here we go. So, I'm a little bit torn because I always like to be the title character, i.e. the guy on the box on the art. However, what I didn't say on the gameplay... God, it's loud, isn't it? Hold on. I think I was enjoying the music too much. What I didn't say on the footage that you saw on the vlog is that the cel-shaded artwork on the inside of the steelbook, there's one of 3 versions. So they've got the 3 characters inside. I've got this guy. So part of me feels like I should be this guy. I'm so torn. Yeah, let's go for it. Feels like fate. This is the steelbook we've got. That's what we're going to do. Where's my coffee? Cheers, everybody. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning.
I've been poisoned. Held captive.
Oh, that is horrible coffee. Mrs. RG's gone cheap Audi coffee. And
She may have an antidote.
should have had a Yorkshire. Right, I've seen enough of the story. Let's go for it. Dum, 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 dum. Right. It's very pixelated. Oh, right, okay. Moves very quickly. The buttons seem really weird. I hate it when A's jump and B's attack. That seems really odd. Right, I've also got a special move which has taken life off me. Can I change the buttons? No, I can't. Okay, this is what we're having. Did he just headbutt that? Right. What's this guy on with?
Friend, what happened?
My friend.
They wiped us out. Hundreds dead and others were
Take it. Ninja. Hey! Ninjas! Have that! God, it moves so fast. It's like bizarre. Are they nunchucks? Can I pick them up? Yes! Have a lot of have a bit of that. Nunchuck action. Who wants some? You want some? It's been a while since we've had the Wheelstone Raider in post-credit gameplay. We got too distracted with Bonnie Blue over the weeks. We're back. You want some, dear? You ninjas want some? Ah, I won't be giving it to you. Right, now I know the buttons. It's surprised me by how fast it is. The controls are a bit odd. I don't like the layout. Well, I'm sure you can change that, so I won't hold it against the game. But it just moves really fast. Look at these guys. Have it. That's more like it. Look. Yes. Now you. Yes. Yes. Oh, look at that. Put him in a clinch. Smashed him. Sound effects are brutal as well. It sounds like you're really breaking their faces. I like this game. It's definitely got a charm about it. It feels like its own thing, you know. It just doesn't move how I expected it to. It's like you can move in air. And, yeah. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, I think. What's this big green guy? No one's going to escape my Muay Thai clinch, mate. Not even you, lad. Look at that, I can juggle him. Pick up. What am I picking up? And how do you pick up? Oh, look at that. Is that a kendo stick? Anyone remember Steve Blackman from WWF? I loved that guy as a kid. He used to come down with his kendo sticks. Oh, there's a lot of them. God, they're everywhere, aren't they? Did they just keep coming? Oh no, I've lost my kendo stick. Oh, it's all just gone crazy. This is button bashing at its finest now. What on earth is going on? Whoa, did you see that? Well, this got frenetic real fast. Right. I don't know what to make of this. I'm enjoying it though. I just wish I could slow it down a bit, like get to grips with what's going on. It just feels like 1,000 miles an hour. But again, we did skip the tutorial, didn't we? So probably only got myself to blame. Right, I've got a sword. We have got a sword. haven't got a sword. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How am I supposed to compete with all these? And they're throwing ninjutsus. Just let him go, mate. He's already dead. I want to pick the sword up. Oh, you know the guy in the green's a good one. Pick the sword up! Here we go. Yes. Oh, that was a battle. It's a checkpoint, I think. Oh no, is this my love interest? Rage bar activated. You know it, mate. Press down. Down and attacked. To perform Kikai Stomp. Alright. It's not letting me do anything. Whoa! Okay! Rage mode! Oh! Should never have messed with my lady. Come on then. You want some? Let's go. Oh, I love that move. This is so much fun. And the music as well, it's like one of them games. Obviously it's not like Doom, but you know like Doom gives you that kind of high RPM music and just fast action. It's like that. I feel energized. I'm here drinking a coffee with this music and this action. I feel I've never been more awake. Right, what we got now? Boss fight? No. I mean, the noises it makes as well. Honestly, it's such a visceral game. I love it. Have a bit of that. Right, can we rescue these? Yeah. You're welcome. Danger. What's danger? Oh, look at this guy. He made light work of him. Oh, as if. Where did these birds come from? Gosh, some sound effects. It sounds like a car crash, never mind a punch. Love it. Yes. Let's go. What does this thing do? Anything? Don't know. Hold the, then release. Find the switch below. What on earth? They're like foot soldiers, aren't they, from Turtles? There's so many of them. Hey, hey! I love the animations. Can't go down there. I mean, the noise it makes. Kicking that bat sounded like shutting a garage door. It's so good. Right. Some more games should be like this, right? Just fun. This might be the biggest sleeper hit post-credit gameplay I've ever played. I mean, I shouldn't say that because it's a ninja game and it's modern retro. I was kind of expecting it to be good, but I don't know. I just wasn't expecting it to be this enjoyable, this much fun, this sort of like slapstick almost. I mean, look at that! I've just performed a full-on wrestling move on him. And obviously, remember, this is arcade mode, right? So I would obviously, when I was sitting down on my own playing this properly and learning the moves and everything, I'd go through the actual story mode and take my time to learn the moves properly and figure out what the game's all about. How do I do anything with this lever? Have I already done it? I assume so, because it's not letting me do anything. Oh, hello. Oh, these spikes. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, dead. Let's see where it brings us out. I'm enjoying this too much. Let's have one more life on it, shall we? If this is as fun to watch it as it is to play it, then I'm sure you guys won't mind. Right, where are we at? Okay. Whoa! He went flying. It's the ninjutsus I'm struggling with. It's hard to like not let them hit you. Got enough on trying to kick and punch 37 ninjas. Oh, right. Yeah. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Highly, highly recommend that. If it's a CEX, guys, I'd honestly take the gamble. Obviously, I can't guarantee you're going to get the version I got, but as far as I know, that's the version that most people would buy, right? So, yeah, I don't know how many are in stock. I haven't checked, but Okinawa Rush, I think there might be a sale on right now at Pixel Heart. So if you're happy to pay the large postage, or you can get a couple of games with it, highly recommend it. So much fun. That's definitely one that's going on my gaming backlog. I'm currently playing through 3 games that I want to get completed before I do anything else. So I've got Super Meat Boy, which is a casual one, Resident Evil 3 remake, which ain't gonna take long. That shouldn't take long at all. And if you saw Wednesday's video, I want to also play through Simpsons Hit and Run. But this is a contender to be next in line, let me tell you. But I want to give a massive thank you once again to everybody that's taken the time to watch. If you've watched to this point in the vlog, thank you very much. It really means a lot. It helps me out, helps the channel out, all that boring click-through rate stuff. And if you did watch to this point in the vlog, let me know below by putting Ghetto Rush. Ghetto Rush. Appreciate you all. Have a great Sunday. In a bit.